Expand on the crummy ask our analyst right here, Ace Amin, pardon me, that's the name of
Okay, Jayblac.
Do you think that your companions, people that's in your class, so to speak, this new era can handle what you just handled on that stage?
Definitely.
Realistically, how can you be real about this too? Most of them?
Most of them. Yeah,
it's
it's
like it's gonna get rough.
No.
You got booed.
They stopping people mid-bar.
Are you asking me or are you asking him?
I'm disagreeing.
I'm asking you.
He's disagreeing.
I'm disagreeing.
He's not asking.
I'm just disagreeing.
He's not asking.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? So you're asking me.
Same point. Go ahead though.
You're asking me the battle rapper, right?
I'm a
No.
battle rapper too, so
No, he
So
specifically
so
said
let's
the
just say
analyst, but go ahead.
So let's just say, but from the analytic view coming from.
a battle rapper like me too.
Okay,
I'm
so
a battle rapper as well.
just making sure.
Yeah.
All right.
I
So
haven't battled on YouTube before he ever even battled. Go ahead though.
I was in prison. So
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I was in jail. I was doing time. Like I can't battle. Man. I can't be on YouTube and in jail unless I want to be back in jail for longer. Like that's not how that goes.
I may release it one day. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, you might if it happened. But
It did happen. I can just put unlisted. I can
yeah,
put it. I mean, it's private.
You're
I
supposed
can
to
just
say
make
that.
it public.
You're supposed to say that. Don't make nothing public that's supposed to be private, Jayblac. We don't want that. So
Go
point
ahead,
being, there are a lot of people from the. I mean, people in my class have done it. That wasn't that. I won't say that doesn't constitute a bitch that it did, especially like in that environment. But that's like a born legacy, band legacy. Like before
That
I
was a
took
band
COVID,
legacy?
like that was like the top 700.
Yeah, but the people that popped in the COVID weren't doing band legacy, sir.
they did do band legacy. Swamp,
I'm not really even saying Swamp.
Jada Nightwing,
Jay Nightwing did it.
yes.
Did
good.
he get the
Yeah,
praise
he-
and recognition that he did in those
He was
band battles?
already getting it before that. He had Bio Down Marino before that. We're not
So
doing
hold on,
that.
I'm talking to Ace. I mean, with the analyst battle rapper from his perspective.
I'm gonna wait till
he
he
can handle it so well that when Jay Nightwing battled Ace, what happened? And that was Martinez, right? That was Martinez, right?
Yeah.
It was like 300 people in there.
300 people. Like what
He
happened?
had choked in two
What
rounds before
happened?
that. Like that's not why. What happened was he didn't
They
prepare.
fared better. They fared better in a
So
smaller set.
what
Go ahead,
happened
though.
was that he didn't prepare. That
Okay.
has nothing to do with how well he dealt with the crowd. If you know your material, you can deal with the crowd. He didn't know his material.
Did he say he wasn't prepared before the battle?
Who says that? Who says I don't? Who
In
says
fact,
I don't have
Twerk.
shit?
In fact,
Twerk says that.
I say it.
Twerk.
I say it.
A lot of
He
battle
went-
rappers.
say yo.
He
I
went
don't
on a show right after y'all battled and spit all 3 rounds. I will say that.
That don't mean.
Oh, so
Yeah,
that
I'm
means
just
he
saying.
was jammed up then.
No, because see the thing is,
Hold on.
I
Hold on.
hate when you do this shit right here because you know what happened behind the scenes, and I can't say it on camera, but you know exactly what happened. You know what me and him was doing.
But
Before
yeah,
that,
but
you know what happened,
but-
but you see what I'm saying? If you know behind the scenes, if you know what happened behind the scenes,
I can't talk about that.
but why would you bring that point up if you know I can't combat it with some shit that happened behind the scenes? That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
oh,
My
'cause-
bad. My sorry about that. Apologies.
Because the
You can't
prepared
say that.
question,
Hold on. We
I
talk about
think he was prepared. That's
No,
what I'm
he
saying.
wasn't. I'm telling you he wasn't.
Okay.
You know he wasn't.
Okay.
But you're
I mean-
saying it. You know he wasn't. You
Okay.
know what happened.
Okay.
So as soon as he got prepared,
We'll put that one.
as soon as he
we'll
was
put
the
that
one that
one-
was getting prepared.
What about the
Remember, he did Born Legacy. It was 700 people there in Florida when he did that Born Legacy in Tampa. Jay Nightwing. It was
Who
700.
he battled against?
Mad Face.
Mad
The
Face.
same card as
Oh, Mad
as Geechee and Chess.
And that was
Oh, I
700
wasn't there.
people?
It was seven. It was easily.
Oh,
I
I
wasn't there for that.
Bro, it was you couldn't even see the crowd in that. You couldn't see the crowd. You couldn't see the
All
crowd.
right, but hold on. What I'm saying is this now. Okay, let's say, handle a stage. Of course, you can keep composed. You can rap.
No, I
straight
mean dictate the crowd. I mean actually be entertaining. I don't mean just be
through.
up
So
there.
if Twerk versus Jay happens in front of that.
That doesn't have nothing to do with Jay as much as it has everything to do with Twerk. Twerk in front
But
of a
they're
crowd.
gonna have to rise to that level though.
No, he's not many people can rise to that level. No freak. Like there's not too many people that can rise to that level.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't. I don't care who you
Okay.
are. That's regardless
Alright.
of class.
Some of y'all
Yeah,
guys is gonna be jammed
Well, don't
up
say y'all
when
guys.
the stage
Don't-
when the
hold on,
stage
hold on,
comes
hold on.
back. It's not gonna be
Don't
as
say
free as they
y'all.
say.
Don't say y'all guys.
It's gonna be boo.
Don't say y'all guys.
Boo.
I've done it.
I don't like
I've
that.
done it several times.
That's you.
That's what I'm saying. Don't say y'all guys then. That's what I'm saying. Don't say y'all guys. Look at you advertising. And it's ghetto. You still got ad, bro. What's up, man?
That's not
$9.99.
advertising. The video was done.
$9.99.
The video
bro.
was done, Chief. The
Nine,
video was
nine,
done.
look,
Go ahead.
ads, bro. Like, what is
The video
this?
was done.
The ghetto, $9.99, my nigga. $9.99,
Bro,
bro.
go ahead though. I don't know what
But
you're
yeah,
talking
like, nah, you're not gonna act like,
Shout out to this couple right here.
yo, if it's not, if I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
My fault.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If it's not 1,200 people, 1,000 people went up, it's no difference. Like between 30 and people in
I
500.
know, like my echelon.
30 and 500 is no difference, yo. It's really the same thing. As long as you got mics, as long as they can hear you, there's no difference between 30 and 500. Now, once you start getting up into the
when you got 500 people, people are more inclined to boo and do dumb shit.
Not for me. I'm saying from
They're
rapping.
anonymous.
I'm saying from rapping. For me, it don't go like it just doesn't. Like from 40, anything from a room with 40. If we're in a room like this and it's a pit, if you put me on a stage with 500 people, Band Legacy style, Born Legacy style, that in there. For me, it's nothing different about it.
Hold on. I just seen some shout out to everybody in the chat, but I uploaded a video prior to the Jar Jar
Did
battle.
the first boo?
And not the first boo, but I said, who does Ace win a battle next? Check the comment section. A lot of y'all didn't care. Oh, y'all care now? Oh, funny how that works.
Oh.
The video
What
was
they
recently
say?
released within a few days ago, by the way.
Who they say?
It was released on Friday.
Who they said about before? Who they said?
No, I said we uploaded a video already talking about who should battle next.
And what did they
It
say?
didn't have enough traction, but now the question is, who's next face?
Oh, yeah, that's
No, that's what the chat is saying. They
I
asked,
got
you
you.
know, who's next.
Because I saw that. I thought you were saying somebody answered.
It was released on Friday.
I got you.
I think maybe Jayblac, man. Not sure yet.
You can never do that. Let's not do that. It's a waste of time, wasting like about 2 minutes of camera time. I mean,
He needs a
this is-
crowd. He needs a
I
crowd.
don't need a crowd.
He cannot rap
I
without
don't
a
need
crowd. He needs a crowd.
I think the crowd is more difficult than the setting of nobody's there.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is.
It really is.
I think
You don't
it
think
is.
If you really rap.
I think it is.
If
I
you
think
really rap.
controlling
He
the
don't rap.
crowd.
He don't
I
rap.
can do everything.
I don't know what that means, but
Come on, I can do. I can't.
But what's
it's
called rap?
nothing
Yeah, I don't
to
know
me.
what
Like,
that
I'm
what are you
reading these
talking about?
comments.
Like it's easy to me. I wanted to battle on the most difficult setting, and that's a stage
I think it might be
of a
happening.
lot of people. You
think so.
you lose momentum, you're done.
I don't think so. I don't think that's the most difficult. I think that's different.
It is the most difficult.
No, it's not.
So what is the most
You don't
difficult?
know.
then?
I do know.
The
I did
most
it.
difficult?
Yeah.
Depends on your style. It's the most different. It's a specialized skill, and the reason I said it is
I
because-
rapped in a room with 10 people, and I rapped in a room with 2,000. I know. I can speak on this
You don't
from
know
experience.
nothing.
It's a fact.
It was
I
a
got
novelty.
footage too. I got
It was
footage.
literally a novelty act.
What
They
do you
literally
mean?
was like they kicked you on your ass and said, "Get up there, Jayblac,
That's
rap,
not what happened.
rap." How much did you get paid?
That's not what happened.
They literally
Don't
patted
worry
us on the
about
back and
that.
said, "Get
Don't
out there,
worry about
entertain the niggas while we."
I got more views than you. I got more views than you.
Kicked him in his ass.
Go
Rap.
Go rap.
That's the last joint
Literally
Twitch
told
did,
you.
by the way, too.
They
What are you
literally told
talking
you,
about?
get your
Outs
ass up
yet?
there. They said,
Nah,
get your
it
ass
was
up there.
advertised. What you
Entertain the
talking
people.
about?
You was a smoke break. You was literally.
I was not.
You was.
I was opening. I was opening.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You was a smoke.
600,000. We did more views than some of the battles that happened that night. What are you
I
talking
don't know
about?
your line.
I had
What
some
battle
of
you
the
do
best
more-
bars.
what
I had
battle-
some of the best bars that whole night. What are you talking about, Ace?
wait,
What
battle
are you
you do-
talking
what
about?
battle you
What
do
is he
more
even
views?
talking about?
What battle you do more
We
views?
had 620,000
What battle
views,
did you
man.
do? That was
I
no
got
more-
more views than this
Was that
nigga.
known? You're lying.
Yeah, I do. Come on,
You're
man.
lying.
He's
Was that
bugging.
known? You're lying. Was that known? What was that?
Like, don't worry about it. We don't care.
What was it? I'm trying to figure out. How you said you had more
I
battles.
battled on Anime events.
Battle some
4
impact.
or 5.
Summer Impact. That was a whole new situation. That's not Summer Madness, by the way.
It is.
It's Impact.
It surely was. Murder Mook was on that card. You battled Murder Mook on that card?
Oh,
Murder Mook was on that card.
that's
So what does that mean?
Murder Mook was on the card.
Shout out to.
And I had
I
battle-
don't
and I had
know my
battle
battle
tonight.
back. Pardon me.
And I had a battle
I'm about to
tonight.
say some shit. I don't want
And
to
I had battle tonight. And I had battle
I'm about to say
tonight.
some shit. I'm
Yo, that's hilarious.
Anywho, I battled in front of 10 people. I battled in front of 2,000, so I can't really speak from
Alright, so
experience.
point being-
And from my experience,
okay.
I believe the
So
crowd of 2,000 people is
here it
more
goes. So
difficult.
here it goes. This is why y'all,
Some people can't bounce
y'all
back
jump to
after
the
getting
easy.
booed.
Y'all jump to the
It's like you
easy.
getting punched, right?
Alright,
You get
man.
punched and you know how to react.
Alright, man.
The crowd is punching you.
Okay.
It's fighting you back.
Nah, or you get into a room and your battle is absolute trash because you don't have the instrument to be able to manipulate. So if it was so much easier than doing on a big stage, instead of it just being a separate skill set, why do so many niggas that do well on big stages struggle when they put them in an environment where there's no big stage? Why?
Why do people
Why
that
have
are
they
good in the
struggled?
smaller rooms struggle when they get to a stage? Why do people?
there's not opportunities for it.
Why does URL have to rebrand some of these guys?
No, that's not because you wanna know why? You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Hold on.
We can do this.
No, you
We
wanna know
can
why?
do
You
this.
wanna know
We
why?
can do this.
No,
We can do this. What's up? We can do this.
Okay,
Come on,
you're loud.
Just because you're loud don't make you right. I say it all the
The
time.
problem is, is that when you put those guys on stages with guys who have vast levels of experience on those stages, it's not necessarily fair. If you put two people of equal skill or experience level on the big stage,
one of them gonna drop.
no, that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that because they can both excel.
Okay.
Every battle doesn't have to have a nigga that does terrible because another nigga does good. They can both do good. They can both do equally bad. But the point is that you have two. Their experience level is comparable. So because of that, you eliminate the chance of them just going up there and getting dogged. And if they do get If they do get dog walk, I don't know if I'm gonna get dominated. If they do get dog walk, that will show you, that will be more indicative of the fact that maybe they're not ready for that, or maybe their skill set isn't tailored for that. But that doesn't mean that it's more difficult. It's just a different skill set. And this is coming from a nigga who has done. Oh yeah, you know that's me.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I see what you know.
I think that's me right there.
Go ahead.
I think that's me right there. I've been in those rooms. A hostile room. Because you were in there. You was in there. It was hostile.
Yeah.
It was hostile.
And that's the part though. So when his original question
is what?
I guess I misunderstood because he said a situation like that. So not just the big stage, but a hostile big stage where they don't want to hear you rap.
How many times how many times that gonna happen? This is not. This circumstance isn't a normal circumstance.
Right.
This was adversarial. This is the owner of that league. This is somebody that is beloved by them. You gotta understand. A lot of those niggas that stand on that stage was getting paid because of the opportunity he gave them. You know what I'm saying?
Witty,
go ahead, keep talking. I'm not even talking. You talking. Hold on.
I was reading what you call it.
Hold on. I'm letting Ace talk. Why you stop talking? Ace bothering me, bro. Go ahead, keep talking. My fault, bro.
But yeah, point
is, and 620 is more than yours.
More than what? More than this battle? You want to bet that it's not going to have much, it's not going to be longer for that?
It's now, though.
You want to bet?
Future.
Yeah, you talking about now.
You know you got time travel like that.
Hey, bro, I was definitely just coming out of jail when this happened. So point is that just because that circumstance doesn't exist for a lot of people.
Right,
you're not going to get up there. If you're rapping somewhere where there's a big crowd, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be a bastion of that league. Everyone knows you. They're looking forward to seeing you in the league. It's equally, you might not have a big fan base because depending on who you're battling, but they're looking forward to seeing you rap.
Right.
I was coming into that arena as the enemy.
Right.
I was literally the nigga that I was coming.
Right. They didn't want to see you rap.
Facts. They didn't want to see me do good rapping. They wanted to see me do bad. If I would have went out there and been bombing, they would have loved that. Yeah. But the fact that I was acting, and that's what I mean in terms of y'all are looking at it in a microscope, and it's just like everyone's viewing it like, oh yeah, he lost. Like how? Because he got more reaction. Way the material. You can't hear it. It's blurry. What's going on?
Don't worry about it.
The connection don't even want to fuck with you.
No, that's how I look. You know what I'm saying? You got.
That's
good.
It got crisp real
That's
quick.
my fault. My fault. Boy, I'm not cut. I'm listening to you talk, Ace.
That boy about to choke.
I'm listening to you talk.
That boy about to choke.
I'm just rapping in front of more people that you ever did before.
Oh, it's the far away camera this part. Anyway, but
I didn't mean to cut him off, y'all. I let him talk.
Now that the crowds are back, So just getting back to that question, not the, in a hostile environment. Okay, that's different. Because I was disagreeing when you said yes. The way he said it, and that's. I thought he was specifying like the hostile environment. You start rapping and 2-3 bars in, they're booing. 3 bars in, they're booing. So it's like, but if it's just you put. Let's just say Jay the Nightwing versus Easy the Block Captain on stage. Period. Right. Yeah. But if it's Jay the Nightwing versus Easy the Block Captain in Philly and Jay and Easy had a situation, like I don't. Okay. That's where I was. But I'm just happy that the crowds are back. That was my thing. Like it was so dope to be there.
Why?
Because there's something. So let me talk to you. You got the battle rap side of it. From the fan side of it.
Fan too, though.
Yeah, but you are because you share you share your fandom. I don't believe, and this is my own personal opinion. I don't believe that battle rappers can flip the battle rapper switch off.
You can.
I don't believe it.
I was at Nome with Jayblac in the pit. You should have seen my face. Watching Lux and Surf, we were fans. I mean, Lux and Vera, we were fans.
Yeah, I get it.
We were all fans, even though we're battle rappers.
Right. Well, either way.
Not Jayblac.
Just you.
I mean, it's just a few battles behind me. You know what I mean? That can just prove I am. You know what I mean? I am who I am. Anywho, we keep talking though. No, I'm letting you talk. I'm not even talking.
That was me.
I ain't even control. I'm just listening to the conversation. What about that? Hold on.
You look like a Baptist.
Can you verify that date for me?
You look like a Baptist.
Can you verify that?
March 16th, 2011.
I don't know if this is a parody or if you're really battling. I don't know. You gotta play it.
No, it like the title even says.
If I play this, you'll hear better shit than Ace Amin said in his life. Go ahead, though. My fault. Go ahead, though. Play it. I'm not playing nothing.
Yo, you really did look like
we got 2 different battles.
A Baptist.
We got 2 different battles, bro.
You really do.
We got 2. What's he talking about?
This is a jail.
I got way more experience than this dude, man.
I don't know how we went to.
Because he always do this, man. He always do this. He know about me. He trying, you know.
He can't. He wants to believe he could beat me in a contest of rapping. He wants to believe that. He wants to believe that.
A crowd though. What's wrong with the crowd ATL? Let's get to that.
So all right. So this is, and again, respect to the city. I felt like this crowd.
It's a Fisher Price rim in the background. I don't know
It
what's
don't
going on.
matter.
what?
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't
They were
matter.
holding a real camcorder. I don't know what's going on.
It's 5 people.
Norbs is there. I don't know.
5 people.
I don't know what's going on.
It's 5. This is before the PGs even exist. Go ahead though. Go ahead. I didn't cut you. I didn't cut you.
I'm literally watching this now because.
Yeah.
But this crowd reminded me of the crowd of Genesis that were excited about
An event.
Being
outside.
Yeah, just because Genesis obviously we had an event. This was free. This was the first free battle rap event with big names on it. Yeah, other than Summer Impact, which didn't, you know what I mean? The biggest names on the card, the battle didn't happen. So
It happened. Incomplete.
there you go. You're right. Anyway, so it was a lot of people. Like I seen a lot of people. There were some people that never made it past that front area.
Yeah.
There were some people that never made it to the other side. Like they were just over there with 8 bottles and chilling.
Come on, during this battle this weekend.
Yeah, at the event.
Yeah.
At the event.
They were over
But
on the bar side and never left.
Yeah, it never left the bar side. But it's just a camaraderie. It's nothing like, again, your situation is different. You're a battle rapper.
Yeah.
It's nothing like being in the crowd and just chopping it up with
We're
somebody.
battle rappers. Go ahead though.
Okay.
We're battle. Go
Well,
ahead.
you wasn't there, so you
Baptist.
have it. I'll leave y'all alone. Y'all,
Go ahead.
Boy, ain't got no
My
money.
fault, y'all. My fault.
It was just fun. It was fun. It was good to be around. Positive energy. Just seeing people having a good time and enjoying battle rap, like in a social setting. I'm sorry. Shout out to Caffeine and URL. And I'm tired of being at the event. The only people I'm talking to is Black, Craig, Beasley.
So you want to be a social thing? You don't want. It's social.
Battle rap is a social thing. It is.
It didn't start that way.
It is. I didn't say cool. We didn't start
Ace
watching
Amin
movies
is
on Blu-ray.
technicalities, man.
Like, listen, you have a nice vehicle. It didn't start that way.
Oh.
Like vehicles started came from now you got features. Yes, it is. You got
Oh.
now.
Doesn't mean just because it becomes something doesn't mean it's better that way.
No, it is. It
Shout
is.
out to
Battle
Ace
rap
Amin
is
for
better with a
bringing back
crowd.
my Rolls
Your
Royce. Pardon me.
No, that's a fact. It's undisputed. Battle rap is better
He returned the Rolls
as a
Royce. I
crowd.
appreciate him.
Even
Thanks.
if you can't go to an event,
You get the money in the glove compartment.
oh my god, yo.
We got everything. We good.
You got the money. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, so you got the
good,
money in the
good.
glove compartment.
Even if you having a watch party, that's better than watching a battle by yourself.
A watch
Hold
party.
up. Fact or no fact? Didn't you drive past a Rolls Royce
Yes, I
in
did.
this situation
Yes, I
multiple
did.
times?
Yes, multiple.
Go ahead.
It's there today.
Go ahead.
It's there today. I'll show
Go
you.
ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But,
Go ahead.
But they gotta do anything.
Go ahead.
I don't know what
How did
happened.
Rolls Royce how did they get to Atlanta?
My fault. You good? Go
I
ahead.
don't
You
know.
can always drive to Atlanta, right?
I
Rolls Royce?
drove to that.
You can always
You
drive.
can drive. a Rolls
Why
Royce.
would you do that?
Yeah,
That's
I-
the
we
dumbest.
We didn't say why. We're not questioning why.
If you have a
We're not
Rolls
questioning why.
Royce and you want to be in Atlanta, you should either be flying you and your Rolls Royce to Atlanta, like or having your Rolls
You know what I
ship.
mean? It's
But either way, so that's me. I think that crowds, battle rap events with a crowd are better. Like it's more from a fan perspective. It is more entertaining to watch battles with like-minded individuals than to watch a battle in an environment where it's you and the 2 battle rappers.
See, but then this is the point. That's why I'm about to just to contest your point because
What?
you're making sense, but you're not making sense.
Okay.
Because when you're at
What?
these events, you're not supposed to be at these events that you're at when there's no fans because you're not there as a fan. So you're
No, I am there as a fan.
No, you're not. You're there you're working, but you are a fan. But you're
Okay.
working. You're
Okay.
not. You're not even supposed to be there
Okay.
watching the battles.
Right.
There are no fans there.
Right.
So my point in saying that is that that form of it is supposed to be consumed that way. That's why there are no fans there.
Right.
So when you take yourself out of that system, when you take yourself out of that equation, you're not watching as a fan there. You're not supposed to be watching.
No,
as a fan.
what I'm saying is, if I'm not, so I'm not at double.
Yeah, if
I
you're-
didn't go to
so if
no.
you watch it, so if you're
Yeah.
watching it if you're watching it at a watch party, it's better at that watch party because it's meant to be watched that way.
Right, but-
that's how it's supposed to be consumed.
Right, but and what makes it better? Having those people around you to
No,
have
but
that dialogue.
not
with.
necessarily.
It's like sports. It's like watching sports. Are you?
I'd rather watch it in my living room unless I'm a fan of the team that's playing
Right.
by myself.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'd rather watch it loud with my sound system on my
See, you ain't never been to an
85.
Eagles game, but
I need to go to the Eagles game.
exactly. Yeah.
Niggas is ass. Y'all don't have a quarterback right now.
We got a Super Bowl ring.
Oh my God.
A recent one.
4 years ago.
A recent one.
4 years ago.
You was out of prison. How about that?
4 years ago.
So you was out of
It's over
prison.
with. The team and the coach, the quarterback and the coach that you had that brought you that Super Bowl.
And we still got the ring and the trophy.
But they're gone.
But anyway, Nick might be coming back. Who knows?
This is terrible.
Anyway, the point, I personally, that was the main takeaway from the event. Like, even though the crowd was a little, like, they were just happy to be outside, for me, it was like, yo, like, that was fun. That was fun. And I found some people in that crowd that were there for battle rap. Like, you know what I mean? And we watched one of the battle, like, you know what I mean? Just watching the battle. They wasn't sitting there just trying to get drunk and take pictures and find winners.
I'm gonna be like, the footage for as a fan watching it, there's nothing like a moment when there's 2,000 people around.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts.
There's nothing like a moment. Like, it's hard to recreate moments when there's no one around. It's hard.
Right.
But there are ways. You can have moments when there's no one around. Like, you can. I say that to say that just because it's become the norm or it's become what we've done, you've seen how much battle rap is thriving more now than it ever has. In the era of, in the era as far as money, as far as exposure, as far as everything. And that's without,
What do you attribute that to?
I'm
Caffeine.
attribute that to growth. It's not just caffeine.
It is.
They, why would they have gotten involved? Is the point. They
You
figured
got
out
involved because of the crowds.
Right.
there's
Exactly.
no crowd no more.
Right. And they
That
figured
was
out a way.
That was a
And
forced
don't say they got
situation.
involved because of crowd. They didn't get involved because of
Well, they got
That was a
involved because
forced
of
Crowds
No.
heightened,
business.
crowds heightened battle rap to where it is now.
they
And then COVID stepped in to
didn't
They
get
did.
So
involved
what did they get involved for?
with battle for the money.
What?
Well, that-
But, and what brings the money? Let's follow the money.
the
What brings the
crowd,
money?
brought
The crowd,
hype
the people,
and the
like,
eyes and the spotlight to
Are we
battle
doing
rap.
this?
Well,
You did it.
From a
What-
business
what are you
standpoint?
saying?
We doing this. We doing this. You.
Like you
A lot
what?
of people. You.
What was that? You was that you?
doing
you,
this,
you.
man.
Hey yo,
Caffeine got involved because of crowds. You doing this? See, now it's basically because it's.
I mean,
you
crowds
doing this,
made the battles look monumental.
It don't matter how.
It's
So
like yo,
listen.
it's a market. It's like oh, it's a market here.
You're
It's all this
bugging.
and that.
If you-
I'm on out. It's like yo, this is big.
Bro.
The situation is
There are
big. The
ASMR
battles is big.
They're horny. There are
That's
ASMR,
not. I fixed it.
there
The
are
battles is
ASMR,
definitely
big.
fixed it.
The battles are big. Like yo, this is.
He
You
said
had
this is
regular
big.
stage.
He
You
said
got
this is
people.
huge. The
As an
battles are
investor, I'm like, yo, this is. I gotta get part of this. This
There are
energy.
ASMR videos that have 35 million views. My point is that the traction that they see from traffic, online traffic, is
Just
what
because
the
you say like
internet-
one line, that
it
doesn't,
has nothing
doesn't make
to
your point
do
clear.
with
or
Can
anything like that.
let me rebuttal that, right? We don't have anything to measure it against yet.
You do.
No, you don't. Caffeine has only had one public event. One, Genesis. Stream was messed up.
That's why you acting like this. Go ahead.
Stream was messed up, and then
It's a suit,
COVID
yo.
happened.
It's a suit. It's a
So we don't have a barometer to see if people will enjoy. Like,
Business people are not throwing their money at your business based on the how excited people in your actual content are when they're watching it. That's not why. They're throwing their money at you because there's a fucking market.
Oh, see,
Period.
no,
right? But that's true. We're not
So,
disputing that.
but that's about. You said you said that the point of them getting involved was crowds. There's no direct correlation. The correlation is the traction by the amount of people that eyeballs that are on it. I don't give a fuck if it's 2,000
So
people
it
at an
still
event.
takes people.
If there
Wait,
was
so
20,
hold on.
no,
By
if there
your
was
logic-
People, right?
not crowds is what I'm telling you. 20,000
So you're
people.
saying viewership.
That's it.
Okay.
So stop that shit. Stop
Use the
it.
word viewership.
By your
I said it.
logic,
I said traffic. Eyeball.
Why are
Viewership
they even
is
here
better.
then?
Yeah, he said one
Anything
on
there's a
Why
lot of
you did?
views in anything. There's a lot of
I
views.
just said there's views in ASMR.
I'm saying, so why would they choose this instead of that?
Because there are fans that are gonna watch it. There's fans that are gonna stream it.
Okay.
That's why they know that live. That
They
you don't
wanna
have to.
stream
You don't
ASMR?
have to watch ASMR live. They know that people want to watch battle rap live,
Don't they want to watch gaming live as well?
and they do, and they're in that
Not really. I don't
They
think
are.
they're
Yeah, but
they
not-
invested in
not
gaming?
because they
Okay.
can't come. They can't compete there.
What?
What are you talking about? They can't
You can
compete.
compete anywhere.
They can't. They cannot compete with Twitch when it comes to
You can
gaming.
compete anywhere.
No offense.
Listen,
No
no.
offense.
They can compete. They just lose it. That's all. You can't.
So you
you're
can't
not-
compete.
Right.
What are you talking about?
No, you can compete and lose.
That's not competing. We're not talking sports. This is not sport. This is money. This
Right.
is finance.
You can
If you're gonna go
throw
out of
money-
business, you're gonna go out
Right.
of business. That's not
Right.
competing.
You're trying to compete and putting yourself out of business.
So why would you do that?
Right.
Okay, exactly what you're saying. You're
Right.
proving my point.
Right.
They know they can't compete. You
Right.
are.
And they
Because
can't
I'm saying
compete in the
they know they
game
can't,
round.
but they can in battle rap. Why? Because there's a viewership there for live that hadn't been tapped into yet.
Right.
Correct? So they got with the biggest brand in battle rap, which was smart. I'm not, and hold on, this is not a knock at all to them.
Right. No,
It's
I
not a
get
knock,
what you're saying.
But I'm telling you that no one cares about a moment when they're looking. You can have as many moments at other. They can. You know how many niche markets there are that can get. How many Comic Cons have people that go? There's hundreds of thousands of people that go to different conventions.
How would you know about Comic Con?
But my point is that you. Have,
He doesn't know about Comic Con.
I don't know about Comic Con.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't know about E3.
You don't know nothing
I
about
don't know
these
about.
things.
All
Don't
right,
do
you're
this.
right.
Don't do this.
All right, so you know how
Don't
many
do this.
conventions
Don't do
that
that.
streaming companies don't get involved in because no one wants to watch them live. That's my point.
Okay.
The viewership, the actual the traffic that is generated is what's gonna make them come to that market. Period. Because the money they can generate from it. It has nothing to do with a crowd. As you see. You can see that it has nothing to do with a crowd because they thrive during this time period.
Without a crowd.
Without a crowd.
But-
You don't need a crowd.
Right.
You're wild.
But the thing is, the counter to they don't need a crowd, they thrive without a crowd is the problem is.
And I'm not saying that the crowds aren't good for battle rap. That's
Right.
not what I'm saying at all.
Yeah, I got you. The problem though is everything is without a crowd. So their first foray, they had Genesis. Everything was bad about Genesis. The crowd was bad.
Experimental.
The stream was bad. Everything was bad.
First one.
Then the very next event, they started with it was Ultimate
COVID
Madness.
hit. COVID hit.
Yeah, COVID hit.
I was there for that.
Yeah, they doing Ultimate Madness,
I was there.
and it's like they were trying to get
I
things
was there.
together.
And it did. We were experimental. And they got it right.
But they kept trying, and
They didn't keep trying. They got it right.
Ultimate Journal way. Go ahead, my phone.
I would disagree. I would disagree.
Ultimate one?
No, period. Like that, they got it right from there forward. They did not. No,
I mean, they made adjustments.
yeah, like
but
camera work was.
No one was different than the Ultimate Madness. No one was something they tried.
What
But
I'm
that's
saying
more
is
minor things.
they're
as opposed
experimenting
to
as
the
they're
whole
going along.
Big picture, like the camera being like off,
Right.
and like that's just more minor things than nitpicking.
Than the actual event being
the
big.
actual fact that they're able to have events and live stream them. The quality of the streams have gotten better. You can now watch, off the real time. So it's like different things that they've implemented that's worked.
Is an unlockable character. Go ahead.
But no, there's certain things that they've implemented and it's worked and they've kept their bubble and whatnot and they've been able to have the small rooms and still bust out events like every 2 weeks. That's crazy.
That's
Bust
another
it wide open,
thing.
dude.
That's another thing that I think.
Out here they praying the week, they out here playing for keeps. I done done too much dirt, I can't stay in the streets. My first op told me he had kids, I laid him to sleep. Now I got 2 kids, I'm praying for peace. It wasn't no shooter's remorse, wasn't no rules in this war. Now we years down the line and I grew and matured. You see me with my